our next speaker comes from Ring.com. You may know them as Doorbot. They launched a connected doorknob, but now they've pivoted a bit and extended their product line and rebranded. And I think we're going to see a lot of that in hardware, where we're moving from going away from kind of a maker aesthetic that Doorbot had to a high-end, well-designed, something that deserves the name Ring. Please welcome out its CEO, Jamie Siminoff.
Hi, how you doing? I'm Jamie Siminoff. I am the founder of Ring. Ring is a video doorbell for the smartphone. So with Ring, you can see and speak with who's ever at your front door from anywhere. My talk today is going to be about how we all compete with Apple in hardware. And as I said quickly, the Ring device, see and speak with anyone from anywhere. We've sold 30,000 devices. And we've really become not only a doorbell, but also a next-generation security device. I'm just going to play a quick video for you so you can get a little bit more information about the device and then go into the talk.
Introducing Ring, the world's most advanced doorbell. The Ring Video Doorbell brings convenience, monitoring, and security to your most valuable asset, your home. Ring streams HD video and audio seamlessly over wireless internet to smartphones and tablets. Ring makes it convenient to see and speak with whomever's at your front door, anytime from anywhere.
Hello?
Delivery for Aaron Parker?
Thanks, you can leave it at the door.
And Ring's configurable motion detection makes it easier than ever to monitor your home.
Oh, I see you, Timmy Stevenson.
With Ring's unique cloud recording feature, you can easily access, rewind, or share your video events. And when it comes to security, Ring lets you give the appearance of being home, even when you're not.
Hello, sir. I'm selling cases of Primo Clean. Can I put you down for a box?
You know what? We're kind of busy right now, bathing the kids. Maybe some other time.
With convenience, 24/7 home monitoring, and the peace of mind of added security, Ring families are always home. Order your Ring Video Doorbell today at ring.com.
Thank you. So you'll see a lot of stuff and with hardware where people have used this, hardware is hard. And it is true, hardware is hard. This is, Mark Andreessen said this. If you Google hardware is hard, you'll see quotes from a lot of famous people in the tech industry saying the same thing. I think what has been interesting to us is the non-obvious of why it is hard. The obvious things you'll hear about are manufacturing. You have to have a lot of different verticals of sort of knowledge in terms of firmware and software, mechanical, and all these other things. There's lead time issues, there's returns, there's issues of sending it out and having it broken. Those are the obvious things. I think the non-obvious and probably the most important reason why hardware is hard, or what we believe is the reason that hardware is hard, is because the consumer has been trained over the last 7 to 10 years on what the Apple experience is. And that doesn't mean that you have to be an Apple fanboy to have this experience. We believe that overall, the general international sort of view of what a consumer electronic product is has been trained by Apple. And that really starts, this is the entire sort of, the entire experience of the product. So it starts with logo, it starts with name, it goes into the actual experience of buying the product, the retail experience or the online experience, the post and pre-sale support. It's the actual box itself, the unboxing. I mean, unboxing videos now are like one of the more popular things on YouTube. There's people making $100,000 a year in ads just doing unboxings of products. So this has become, unboxing itself as its own industry. The fit and finish and tolerances that Apple has taught us and sort of raised the bar to are unbelievable. To make a product like the MacBook Air and to have the tolerances that they have, it's almost next to impossible. And then you have the integration of software and hardware. Apple has trained everyone on what a UI and UX is. Now, again, this doesn't mean that Android doesn't have a good one or whatever, but definitely Apple has raised the bar in the consumer's perception of what a device is out of the box, how it works, and how it feels. And the most interesting thing is that Apple is actually judged by their own consumer experience. I believe that they've actually created, in essence, their own sort of beast. So you can go on Amazon, you can search iPhone 6, and you'll see some amazing things. So here's someone who obviously probably runs, a major technology company. It's called Typically Lenient. And he says, I would rename it the Crap 6. Both design and quality of the iPhone have suffered significantly over the years. So this is someone who's now talking about probably one of the most advanced pieces of electronics that have come out in the last, ever. And he's basically saying that, that Apple is suffering from both quality and design. It's amazing when you think about it that this company that has spent billions of dollars on a device where, that basically could not exist before, and that you have a customer going on a month later giving it a 1-star review. So now, how does this affect from being a hardware startup? Is imagine if the largest company in the world has a 1-star review on Amazon with someone saying that the design is not good. It's not as good as it should be. Imagine being a 3-person startup launching something in hardware. So no one cares from the consumer side that you're a startup in hardware. In software, you do get a little bit of leniency on being a startup. Twitter had the fail whale all the time. It didn't stop people from using Twitter. People didn't rate Twitter a 1-star review. They kept using it, and it has grown to be a very large company. In hardware, those 1-star reviews can kill any company. So in order to compete as a hardware startup, the hard part is that you have to come out of the gate at that Apple level, or you get destroyed. So the expectations of the consumers are so high. And to be fair to the consumer, that $200, let's just say, that they're spending on your product could be allocated to any other product. Could be to a Samsung TV, to an Apple device, to anything. And so from their side, they don't care that it's new. They don't care that you're a startup. All they care about is what is the product, how does it affect me, and why is it not as good as the product from the other guy? They look at you as the same. And so what we believe that you have to do as a hardware startup in order to do this, to sort of survive, thrive, and build, is kind of figure out the system. So got to be very careful in your pre-sale because that's how you're already setting things up. If you can, you raise a lot of money in hardware. So August, the Smart Lock, did a great job at raising a lot of money, being able to stay internal with their product, and then when they did launch, they had the product finished. But they had to raise upwards of $20 million before they sold the first product in order to do that. Focus is another one. So understanding who your customer is, what your vertical is. For us, it's individuals that have a front door to a public area. We're going to own the front door, so we're very, very focused on who our market is, what we're doing. We think that that's the key in order to build that sort of Apple-esque product. Leveraging other platforms and technology so you're not building everything. I think one of the most important things is the thick skin. So Tim Cook actually had an amazing quote where he said that he has rhinoceros skin, and I think that you have to have very thick skin to be in hardware. There's always going to be someone bashing your product, and as an entrepreneur and as someone who builds something, obviously it's something that you love, and it's very hard to hear that. So I think being able to sort of survive from that is very important. And also being a mission-driven company. So our mission as a company is to reduce crime in communities. It's not to build doorbells. It's not to sell plastic. And I think being mission-driven allows you to keep your team very tight. So even through these hard times as you're building, finding bugs, having 1-star reviews, and all these things, if you're mission-driven, you have a much longer view, and you have the team has the ability to stay together and feel that there's something that's worth it to keep driving for and not give up. And that's where we are today. We're over almost a $10 million run rate as a company, 30,000 customers and growing fast. And the most satisfying thing is really being able to have this piece to show you. So with software, while you can have successful companies, I believe it's just there's nothing as fun as being able to hand someone your product that you built, give it to them, and have them sort of talk about it. So thank you very much. I'm Jay at ring.com if anyone has any questions or anything else. Thank you.